We have arranged this puja specially in England so that many more can come and work out the awakening of Sri Krishna. Gita was written long time back, and it has been translated into so many languages, and lots of commentaries and criticism has been there. So this bookish knowledge of Gita has ruined many people. And even today you find there are many people who are selling the books of Gita all over and making it into a bookish knowledge. I don't think Krishna ever thought that his knowledge will be sold out like this to every Tom, Dick and Harry. As now, as you know, the Jehovah's Witness, they are also selling Bible. So it has become a marketing company for Sri Krishna's Gita. There have been lots of horrible things against the real religion of ascent. And Krishna has said whenever there is the decline of religion, which is true today very much, and whenever there is the saints being tortured, I come on this earth to save the saints and to destroy all the negative forces and the devils, you call them Rakshasas. Dushtas they are called as, cruel people. So awakening of Krishna is very important, that within us he should arise and he should manifest his qualities within us. Then only the forces will work. Krishna as a child killed so many Rakshasas. Then he played with gopis just to open their kundalini. He had the ras by which to make the energy of Sri Radha to pass through them. After killing Kamsa, the main Rakshasa who was ruling, who was actually his uncle, he killed him. That means your relations, if they are devils and they are Rakshasas, they have to be killed. Because he is your relation, you should not try to save him and try to bestow his evil on Sajogis or on Sajoga. So Sajoga is the only organization in the whole world, whether you call it spiritual or whatever you may call it, is the only organization that it is also anxious to throw away many people from Sajoga. There is no organization, I mean we are not organization also, but there is no spiritual movement, there is no movement in the whole world that not only allows people to go out of Sahaja but throws them out. Because it is bound by the divine laws and it has to abide by the divine laws. Sri Krishna's style was that what is the need to throw them away? Just kill them, finish. So he killed his own uncle, making his own aunt a widow. His own uncle he threw away, out of the world. Sent him to hell directly. Finished it off. But in Sahaja Yoga we give a chance for such people also who are very devilish type, who are very detrimental to our growth, who are against spirituality, who are against God. We give them a long rope to hang themselves. That's the mother side of this incarnation. But the Krishna side is a very fast moving one. Krishna did not live for very long. In that short time, how many Rakshasas he killed? He fought on the side of Pandavas and he killed all the Kauravas. He didn't kill, he said, but he did. So the style of Krishna on one side also is extremely sweet, extremely nice. He is like honey, that's why it's called as Madhava, Madhu. He is like honey on one side. Only to the bees, only to the people who want to be blessed by him. But to the evil people, I think he is one of the most dangerous personality. Of course, Shiva also does that. He has killed so many Rakshasas and also Devi has killed many Rakshasas. But she went into wars, actual wars. And she went into discussions and arguments and things like that. But Sri Krishna, he never argued. And he knew how to get rid of them, one by one. And he played some tricks on them. One of them I'll tell you. There was a Rakshasa who, by pleasing Shiva, had got a blessing. That he is sleeping, and in his sleep anybody wakes him up. Such a person should be made into ashes, bhasmasat. Must be a good sleeper. I tell you, our neighbor, the camper, gets some sleep like that. And he said, I should not be disturbed if I am sleeping. So Shiva thought it's a very simple thing, you see. Why should anybody disturb this old Johnny? And he would be sleeping in some cave somewhere, so it's all right. He didn't think it would be quite dangerous. And he had also blessings that nobody can conquer him. And he cannot be he cannot be disturbed by anybody who tries to conquer this boon on him. So actually he was a saint in a way, because he was meditating and all that. But some saints become ascetic and become really, like we should say, very right-sided. So I would call him a Rakshasa only, because this kind of people are of no use. They just go on cursing people, saying things to them and just finishing them up. So then you, of course, in Sahaja Yoga language there are only two things. There are the Sahajogis or Rakshasa. There's nothing in between. So we couldn't call him that. He was a very right-sided, horrible, ascetic fellow who got this boon from Shiva. There was one Rakshasa, actual Rakshasa. I mean, that was no saintliness in him at all. This is a mixture, half-baked sort of thing. This is the one. See, if you see the canvas of Mahabharata, you'll be amazed that all kinds of peoples are described in that. So now this second one was a real Rakshasa, born out of Rakshasas and was of a Rakshas qualities. He too had another boon from Shiva that nobody can kill him unless and until somebody who has got your boon that he can kill somebody. Nobody else should kill. Imagine. Poor Shiva, you see, he thought it's a very sensible thing after all, so that he won't cross me. He said, all right. He's very easily pleased, Shiva is the problem is that. So this second one, the real Rakshasa, was torturing people and he started a big war. And Sri Krishna also went in for that war. He was the one, that's the only war he fought himself. And they were all fighting there. So Sri Krishna knew that this Shiva is not going to let this person down at any cost. Because he knows I am all right. So he would not allow him to be lost. So what should we do? So he played a trick. He started running out of the battlefield. Now it's regarded as something very cowardly to run out of a battlefield, you see. I mean, a person if like that goes to his house, his wife will refuse to have him. So it's a very cowardly thing and it's very disgraceful. But what is for God? They have no sense of grace or disgrace, you see. So he ran out of the battlefield, which we call, that's why he is called as Ranchod Das, means the one who runs away from the battlefield. Ranchod Das is his name, one of the names of Sri Krishna is Ranchod Das. So he ran out. He ran out, and when this Rakshasa discovered that Krishna has run away, he ran after him. But Krishna was running very fast. You see, Rakshasa being so bulky could not run that fast. But still he was running, you see. And Krishna was seeing that, he sees him running up to that, he was skipping it. So he went there and he entered into the cave where this another half-baked Rakshasa and half-baked yogi was sleeping. He took out his shawl, Sri Krishna, and put it on that yogi. And he hid himself. He covered his face. He was fast asleep, so very gently he did it. Now came the number one Rakshasa. He entered into the cage. He couldn't see Krishna anywhere. But he saw this man sleeping. He saw this is Sri Krishna. Oh, so now you are tired and now you are sleeping. Now I'll see how you can survive. I'll see to it. And he just went on to his throat. So this half-baked fellow who was granted this boon got up. And he looked at him and with his third eye he burnt him and he became. This is the trick. So that is how he killed so many Rakshasas. And also he told tricks to others in arguments. Also, he killed half-baked people, quite a lot of them. So I must say, he was so powerful that he could work out any trick on people sitting down in one place. And there are so many stories about him which I cannot tell in one lecture, that his killing process was so smooth that nobody objected to it. There was a woman who was a devil, was sent by Kamsa to kill him, and she had put poison in her breast. And she came and she started nursing him. And when he started sucking her, when he was a little boy of 3-4 years, or maybe 2 years, her breast, she started becoming big, and she died. And then they saw that she was Putana, the one who was the devil. No. Then once he knew that there are 2 Rakshasas who are camouflaged as 2 big trees. So his mother tied him once with, she was angry because he was stealing her butter. So she didn't know what to tie, so she tied him with a pounding, ukli ko kya bolte hoंगे? We have got for rice pounding a kind of a wooden thing, big thing, it's quite heavy. So she tied him to that. It's such a heavy thing, I mean, you need at least 5-6 people to lift it. But when she went away, Sri Krishna just walked with it, with his small little feet, you see, and went near those trees and hit them on both the sides, and both the trees fell down and the Rakshasas died. He was so knowledgeable and so clever, because you know that he is the brain, he is the Virat. He did it without any compassion whatsoever. All his love, all his compassion, all everything, beauty was only meant for his gopis and gops. And then when he became the king, also his life is very mysterious for people to understand. But Sahajogis can understand it. That when he became the king, he had to have wives. So he married 5 wives, imagine, more than Muhammad Sahib. These 5, why 5? Because they were 5 elements. So they were the causal of the 5 elements, so he married 5 wives. Now he had 16,000 powers. Now, you see, a man, he may be old, even about 90 years of age. If he wants to keep some women around him, they will say he's a bad man. Not with a mother, no. Mother can have as many as she likes. Nobody is going to say anything about her character, because mother is mother. But a man, see, he might be absolutely jumping into his grave, whatever it is. And there also, in India especially, if a lady tries to help him out to go to the grave, they will say he had bad relations with her. So it was such a bad situation at that time that he didn't want to have a bad name. So he said, what should we do about these powers, because there will be women. If they have to come on this earth, there will be women, and I don't want to have a bad name, because he came for dharma. So what he did, that these women became the princesses, and one king captured all of them. All these 16,000 women were under the capture of this man, and this man was about to abuse them. So Sri Krishna invaded that man and got hold of all these. Please take the child, some stuff. On both the sides, on poor thing, both the children are sleeping. I think the children who are sleeping, please take them on one side and let them sleep properly. Can you? Just take them on the sides. It's all right, it's all right. There are poor things, you see, they are very late for them. So there are 2 of them, so sweetly. So the 16,000 women which were captured by this camp, imagine, why should it be 16,000? Imagine 16,000 women. It's an easy thing to do. This man had 16,000 women who succumbed to his aggression and were there. And then he attacked this man and captured those 16,000 women and brought them and legally married them to show they were married. But what's the question of marriage? Because they were his powers. And he used their powers, you see, for what? For creating so many things. Like, if Sri Krishna had not come, we would not have known really the significance of spiritual life. He was the first who talked of spiritual life. Rama did not talk of spiritual life, though there was an undercurrent in India. People knew there is spiritual life because there were saints, there were lots of what you call the seers. All of them were talking about it. But no incarnation talked about spiritual life. We had Vamana Avtara, then we had Parshurama, we had so many of these people. Never they talked of spiritual life. Never. It was Sri Krishna only who first started talking about spiritual life, and only to Arjuna he talked. Because you see, what was the condition? People were not prepared. So those people, Sajogis, who feel frustrated today, because there are not many Sajogis or this obstruction, there are certain problems, must know that at the time of Sri Krishna, he could dare speak about spirituality only to one person, and that one was Arjuna. So we are much better off, you see, aren't we? Then of course, after Sri Krishna, who took the lead was Christ. And he started talking about spirituality. Even you'll be surprised that Abraham or Moses did not talk of spirituality. They talked of God, but not of spirituality. Till Christ came, nobody said that you have to be born again even on the other side of the world. Only Sri Krishna said these things. Sri Rama was taught by his guru that he should be born again. In the sense that what is a Kundalini and all that. Not that he should be born again, but he had become a human being, as I told you. So he taught him about Kundalini. He told him about Kundalini. But it was a very secret science, followed by only very Nathpanthis, we call them as the Adinath and all that. Very few people were given realization. In Rama's time, we know of one Nachiketa, and his father-in-law was a realized soul. So compared to that, imagine how many of us are today here who know about spirituality. Not only we feel our spirituality, we are spiritual. If you apply law of chance, I don't think there could have been after Christ even 30 people available, because if you see, Christ died only 2000 years back. From Krishna's time to Christ's time, it was 6,000 years. And in 6,000 years, Krishna had none and Christ had 12. So now calculate, only 2,000 years after that, how many could be? So we must know that it's now in a new explosion. That's why I call it a blossom time. That we are definitely spiritual people, we have got spirituality, and that the divine is working. So the Kali Yuga is finishing, now it is Kruta Yuga. And the Kruta Yuga is acting. And this acting of Kruta Yuga is responsible for giving us so many surgeries. Kruta Yuga means in the time when this all-pervading power has started acting. Nobody before felt the cool vibrations. Can you believe that? They felt the cool, but not the vibrations. It was never related to any science. It was never related to physical science especially. So, I must say the achievement of Sahaja Yoga is tremendous. Also, thanks to this evolution in the acting of yugas, also that the all-pervading power has started acting as I am on this earth. But you could say that, Mother, why didn't you come earlier? That was not the time. Even today you find stupid people all around us. I mean, the percentage of sensible people seems to be quite low in the Western countries, though high up in others, but in the Western countries very low, as far as the wisdom is concerned. So we have these obstructions, these small things going on, doesn't matter. Sahaja Yoga will now prosper, it will flower, and whatever people may say, you shouldn't worry. Because once they start finding joy and happiness, once they start finding the truth, and if they are honest, they will not leave Sahaja Yoga. And many people know that they just don't want to leave Sahaja Yoga. I mean, say there's husband and wife, and the wife is a horrible woman, supposing, or a husband is a horrible person, and he obstructs the wife from coming to Sahaja Yoga. The husband will say, all right, you go ahead, I will be with Sahaja Yoga because I have now felt the ambrosia, I have felt the beauty, the joy. Now imagine at the time of Sri Krishna, he talked to one person about the spirituality. Only one person, Arjuna, which was heard by Sanjaya and which he related. It is so written by Vyasa. But he didn't tell to everyone. Didn't show to anyone. He appeared in his Virata form on the battlefield, but he never showed. But now you've got photographs to see, even if you can't see with your eyes. Some can see some things also. I've seen that some are feeling it. So you are developing, you are growing into it. So this is into a new realm. It was Sri Krishna who started talking about. Of course, these Nathapanthis did believe in all that spirituality, but they did not talk about it. Till the time, I think, of Gyaneshwara, perhaps maybe. It was first the Gyaneshwara only who started talking about it. Before that, it was a secret kept. Of course, after Gyaneshwara, we had other people talking about it, like we had Mohammad Sahab, we had Nanaka, we had so many other people like Shirdi Sainath and some Sufi people, and they started talking about spirituality. So we have to be historically very much thankful to Krishna, because he is the one who has broken the first knot. And that's why it's called as Vishnu Granthi. And the Vishnu Granthi to knowledge has been first opened by Sri Krishna. And he wanted that gradually it should go. Gradually. So his Gita is not so clear cut, but is diplomatically written. So now we can find that the only person who first tried his hand on Gita was Gyanadeva. And Gyanadeva, when he wrote on the 6th chapter everything about Kundalini, they just said this is banned. You are not to read this one, because they could not deliver the goods. People knew about Kundalini, but they didn't want to read because they were told, no, don't read, this is very wrong and all that. So, spirituality is a subject absolutely unknown to the Western people. Though Christ was there, but they have been only crucifying him. If I see the Christianity, if I see Christ, it's so organized. From Christianity, nobody can get out. Whatever sin you may commit, you are still a Christian. I know there was a fellow who murdered someone. and he was taken to the courts. They said, "What are you?" He said, "I am a Christian," though he had murdered. Then they gave him the Bible. "All right, put your hand on the Bible and say you are a Christian." He said, "I am a Christian. I believe in Bible." But why didn't they ask, why did you kill them? Thou shalt not kill. So, even these religions which were formed did not have any rules or regulations that, all right, if somebody does like that, we'll throw him out of our congregation or he is no more a Christian. On the contrary, you'll be surprised that when my father joined Congress in India to fight against the British, they threw him out of the congregation. Because according to the missionaries there, Christ was born in England. He must be an Englishman. So how dare my father join the Congress? Sort of an absurd idea. So all these ideas which are so absurd against God, against religion, against spirituality, became very prevalent and useful and convenient for these organized religions. There's one thing good about Hindu religion is there is nothing like organization. So they can be Nastikas, means they can atheists, they can be anything. They could be Buddhists, they could be Jainis, they could be anything, and they could be Christians. But they could be Hindus also, because it's not organized. And because they are not organized, there is no restriction on them. That don't do like this, don't do that. But despite that, I'm surprised that Hindus are very meek people, because the responsibility is left to themselves, not on an organization. If you have murdered somebody, you are not to confess to the priest, but confess to yourself and face yourself all the time. But so many filthy things crawled into this religion also of caste system, which is just against Sri Krishna. They have no business to take Sri Krishna's name and do all these nonsensical things. Because Sri Krishna himself has said that in everybody it resides. But they changed it a little, saying that your caste is according to your birth. How can it be? As I told you the other day. Now, this is another story. I would say that they have tried to Christ look like something very ordinary, or even Sri Krishna look like something ordinary. These are the intellectuals. So on one side we have those stupid followers, and the another side we have those stupid intellectuals. So the message of Krishna never reached Hindus, because he said in everybody resides the spirit, and you are part and parcel of the whole. Now a cell in the hand, is it an outcast because it is not in the brain? So what a wrong thing they have done to Sri Krishna. And that's why when they suffer from racialism, I say you did the same to the caste system. Through your caste system you tortured the Harijans, you tortured lower caste of people. So now you have it's boomerangs, whole thing. So Sri Krishna's life, if you see, is the beauty of it is that he said that life is a leela. For him, not for everyone. Because he is so powerful. And this leela part was taken over by Americans very nicely, because they were born in the land of Sri Krishna. That is all leela. What's wrong? Do what you like. What's wrong? Whatever you are doing is just a leela, is just a play. So what? Marry as many as you like, leave your children to dogs, do all kinds of things with your morality, destroy yourself morning till evening, behave in the same manner as if they are animals. So what? Study the animal behavior, because as if we have no sense of behavior, so study the animal behavior and behave like the animals. So are we going to become now snakes or some sort of worms, or I don't know what are they up to? And whole system is just the opposite of Sri Krishna. So this stupid movement of Sri Krishna's consciousness reached there. I don't know how they understood that Sri Krishna is the deity of America. But somehow, some bhoot must have told them that you go there. And there are another stupid people who are selling Gita, selling this bookish knowledge. But now, of course, it has boomeranged on him and they are all right now, they are frozen. But the way they have been talking about Sri Krishna, they do not realize they have missed the point. He said it's a Leela. So then why are you wearing these dresses? Why are you become a sannyasis? Why are you giving up not to eat this food, not to eat that food? And then they are taking drugs, they are selling drugs. Whatever is not based on truth will go to something that is destructive. Truth is the only thing that is constructive. All these ideas sometimes confuses us. What is this? In the name of God, in the name of Sri Krishna, in the name of Christ, in the name of Muhammad Sahib, all these things are done. And also some people do it even in my name. Mother said. Mother said. It is prohibited for Sahaja to say that. Because I have had enough of it in last lives. So this life, nobody is going to say, Mother said it. I say. Have that much confidence and responsibility to say, I say. I am a Sahajogi, you are a Sahajogi, why can't you say that? So now from today's puja onward, we have awakened the Sri Krishna within us. So his powers of sweetness as well of destruction will act. And you don't have to worry, you are completely protected. He has already said that yoga kshema vahamyam. I give you yoga and then the kshema, means your benevolence. He looks after. So you don't have to worry. But it will act. And it will work. And nobody can harm you. It will all boomerang on them. There is like divine punishment. And you don't have to worry. Of course, as a mother I never feel of punishing anyone as such, but they just get punished. What can I do? And now this awakening can be very dangerous. So I think we have to accept it now within ourselves that we have to be extremely sweet, nice, collective. If you are not collective, then Krishna will be after your life. If you try to destroy collectivity, he will be after you. He is a tremendous person, I tell you. He is so tricky, he is so clever, he is a very smooth worker, I tell you. So be careful. If you are collective, then he will strengthen you, he will nourish you, he will do everything, he will give you butter to eat. As is. So you have to be collective. That's the main part. And those people who just come to the program and then disappear should know that it won't work out. You have to be collective. And if they don't want to be collective, we don't want to force them. But if they are not collective, they are not Sahajogis, and nobody should recommend them to anyone. And Sahajogis should have nothing to do with non-collective people, nor with people who are not Sahajogis. We have very beautiful children here, we have beautiful families, we have everything so beautiful, such beautiful people to love each other and enjoy each other. So we should not get entangled into the mess of other people who are blind. It would be like we have a nice organized place where everybody is sitting with the light. Suddenly you want to go to the place where there are many snakes inhabited who are biting everyone. So go ahead. And then you shouldn't say that, mother, you punished me. You wanted to go into the hell of the snake, so you go and have it. I never punish. But maybe Sri Krishna might lure you there. You see, that's his style. Just to have a little bite of a snake. So, according to Sri Krishna, we have to be very playful. Now you are all realized people and you are very happy and you are all very playful and joyous. And also, now you are so capable. You have spirituality, you can give realization to others. Even I was told that in the streets people ask for realization. Some people went to eastern blocks and they got 5,000 people. Somebody went down to Argentina, got so many people. So it's very good. All these my hands are extending and the work is taking place. Everybody should take it up. Select a place, I'll go there and work it out. Select one place and work it out. All of you can do it because you have now got the powers. Better work it out, use them. If you don't use the powers, you become blunt. So use your powers and believe that you have powers, and that only thing you have to keep in the bounds, in the maryadas of Sahaja Yoga, that you have to lead a very moral, good life. And you must feel your vibrations properly and keep good health, which you can easily keep. If at this age I can work like this days and day out, you can also work. You are all very young. Everybody seems to be younger than me. I am the oldest person here. So, if I could do so much, why can't you? So one thing you must ask in your prayer in the evening when you are sleeping, what have I done for Sahaja? One sentence. All of you. Just ask this question. What have I done for Sahaja? Like persons like me or Sri Krishna or anyone, we don't even feel we are doing anything. So what can we ask? If I want to ask myself, I'll fall into an ocean, I think I didn't know. I'll be lost. If I want to analyze myself, I get lost. If I want to think about myself, I get lost. It's beyond me. I said, let it be. Doesn't matter. I don't want to know myself. But you better know yourself. You can know. You can know, not me. So, as far as I am concerned, I only think that as long as I live, I don't know, I may live forever. I am living forever, maybe. You might say that. But whatever it is, as long as I'm on this earth, I will see that Sahaja Yoga is fully established. This is my promise to you. Sansthapanarthaya, he comes on this earth again to establish the religion. But not only religion, but Vishwa Nirmal Dharma, which is a much higher religion than the ordinary religion of human beings within themselves. Is the Vishwa Nirmal Dharma will establish in a very short time, I'm sure, on this earth. So may God bless you.